Welcome to Man Does Tech, where I solve the problems you didn't even know you had.
You begin by confirming prerequisites and performing the first actionable steps. Verify existing mains and telecom grounds, measure soil resistivity, and document current bonding paths. Once done, isolate the network center power and communications, apply lockout/tagout, and inform operations. Make sure to stage copper conductors, clamps, a dedicated ground bus, and surge arresters nearby. This avoids last-minute trips and ensures continuity. You now have the site cleared, the materials gathered, and the authority to proceed with installing the primary grounding electrode system. You next carry out the complex middle steps. Install electrodes sized to resistivity, drive rods or trench a ground ring, and connect them to the single ground bus. Once installed, run heavy copper conductors to bond server racks, cable trays, ups, and transformer neutrals to that bus. Make sure to use exothermic welds or listed clamps and route conductors to minimize loops and impedance. Also protect conductors mechanically with conduit if exposed. This preserves continuity and reduces touch and step potential risks before final testing. You finish by verifying and completing the system, perform continuity checks, measure earth resistance, and confirm bonds meet code targets, often under 5 ohms but follow local requirements. Once satisfactory, install surge protective devices, label all ground points, and fasten mechanical covers. Make sure to record measurements and update diagrams. If tests fail, troubleshoot by retightening or rewelding connections, adding additional electrodes or a ground ring, or improving soil contact. This single troubleshooting tip, retest after.
Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.